Hola, hello guys. How are you doing today again? So today we are going to talk about self-image and what is self-image, why is important self-image, and what does self-image does to us, right? So I guess so we all understand what the word self-image is, right? So it's the image that we have on ourselves. So, but what is the self-image? So is the belief that we have on ourselves. I'll give you an example, and I put it this way, so make it simple. So let's say you have a Toyota, right? Toyota Corolla, right? And you really want, you would love to have a BMW 325. I think I don't know if they made 328, 3M, for example, 325. And you want that, but you have a Toyota Corolla, right? And there's a space between what you have and what you want, right? So I'm gonna put it here. This is what you have, and this is what you want, and there's a space in between. That space is your self-image. Now I can explain a little bit more about that. Self-image is has parts in it, right? So self-image is the belief that you have on you or what you think is correct, right? So we always believe what is true. That's why it becomes our own reality. Now, for example, in this self-image, I'm gonna explain you in detail what this self-image is part of, right? So self-image have inside of the self-image as paradigms, or in other ways, conditionings. So what are the paradigms? Paradigms are a multitude of habits that are stored in our subconscious mind, which is our beliefs, right? Our subconscious mind. These habits, what are the habits? Habits are fixed ideas that we have in our mind. And those fixed ideas, as we believe in them, we act on them and they become habits. Those habits, they group together and become a paradigm. And the paradigm, which is some are positive and some are negative, are part or a composite to make your self-image. So I explain you a little bit more, and then we're gonna go to the explanation of the difference between what I have and what I want, and why the self-image is in between. So let's say you go out, you're working for a company. Let's say you work for BMW. No, you work for IBM. Okay, and you have a friend of you. There's a co-worker, right? You're married and you got 3 kids. He is married and has 2 kids. So you've been working all day, and your friend tell you, "Hey, let's go to the bar and have a beer to relax after the work." And you reply, "No, I want to go home to see my kids." He has the same age kids. He has 2, you got 3. So where's your fixed idea? Your fixed idea is that I'd rather be after work with my kids. His fixed idea is I want to go and relax in a bar. Doesn't mean his idea is better than yours. It's just different, right? So he believed in that because he believed it so strong. Every day after work, go to a bar to have a beer, and that's because he goes over there, and that idea it become a habit to go to the bar every day after work. You have an idea that you want to be home with your kids, and so you go to home and to be with your kids, and you do it every day. So that become a habit, right? That become a habit. Now, out of the bar, maybe he takes a couple beers, go home, 3 4 hours later, spend 1 hour with the kids, and then kids go to sleep, right? Spend only 1 hour. while you spend 4 or 5 hours with your kids before they go to sleep, right? And so maybe your relationship with them is going to be stronger with your kids than his relationship with his kids. But it's caused by this habit, right? And this habit is part of a paradigm, right? We got positive paradigm, which is a multitude of habits, and we have negative paradigms. And all of these make your self-image. So let's say your friend said, you know what? I want, I have kids, but I want to have a better relationship with them, right? Like the car. I have a Toyota, now I want to have a BMW. I want to have more better relationship with my kids. I see you and your kids get along so way plus so much. Me and my kids just don't have the relationship. I think so. Just things are like that, but it's not just like that. It's because you have the habit of not spending time with him, right? And your self-image is determining that to you. In other ways, the results that you have in your life, the reason you have them is because of your self-image. Now, can your friend have a strong relationship with the kids? He can. Why? Because he can change his self-image. How do we do that? We change our habits. How do we do that? We change the idea that actually going home is better than going to the bar. Now, in the beginning, because the habit has been for so long, it's going to be hard. Now, we explained yesterday that we are normally lazy. So he will rather go to the bar because it gives him instant gratification than going to home and being with the kids, which is giving him a hard work. He has to rebuild the relationship with his kids. That is a delayed gratification. However, we said that you can stick to good habits if you acknowledge an instant gratification. So how do you do that? So you will say something like, I'm so happy I'm home, and I'm so happy I can see my kids, and I'm so happy I get to, no, I have to, because I have to have the meaning of a burden, while I get to is the meaning of an opportunity. So I have to be with my kids, or I get to be with my kids. It's an opportunity, right? You recognize that, and then what you do is you changing your feeling associated with the idea of going to the bar. You changing it to the feeling of going into be with your kids. So what we said about the car, the difference car, because regardless whether you're going to be on your family, or you want a car or more money or reputation, whatever you want is all predetermined by your self-image. What you can do is work on your habit and change those habits. At the end of the day, it's the habits who are causing you to get the results. Now, going back, you have a Corolla and you want a BMW. What is holding you back is your self-image, is your inner belief. You believe you can only afford a Toyota, or you believe that the Toyota is more reliable. Well, there's 1,000 of beliefs. So at the end of the day, your self-image, if your belief system is what you believe is true and false. And that belief will determine everything you have in your life. So some people said, I have to be with my kids. And they just go there and become a burden and they came with a bad mood, right? Or I got to get that car. So they're not going to the roots. The roots is really to change that idea that you have in your mind. Change it to a positive, to something you want. So the future, the BMW could be a goal. That's going to be my goal. I'm going to have that BMW. But I have a Toyota. I have to change my self-image. So I need to change my self-image is not only what I believe, but what I do. Because you are your results. And your results shows that you have a Corolla. So I got to change certain habits in my life. Could it be maybe spending more time with my family? I save the cost of 2 beers, right? So if each beer is $6 each, that's $12 a day. Well, guess what? You can save $12 a day. You're gonna spend more time with your kids. You're gonna be less stressed. You're gonna find more joy. You can go to work. So it wanna escalate in very good things when you change one particular habit. Then down the road, you realize that you actually can pay for a BMW and you can buy it and you deserve it because you worked so hard, right? But if you feel guilty, it's because you haven't changed your self image. Your habits will always give you the results that you have in your life. So if you ever want to see what is your self image, then look at the results you have in your day, on your life. You see, your self-image control 98% of the results that you have. 4% are conscious. You're conscious about something new. You never try white tea, so you go and prepare the white tea. But normally you eat coffee, and you don't even realize you're drinking coffee because it's a habit. Go and get that coffee going. So, as a good tip, as a nugget, try to think in your life. What is it one thing that you don't like in your life you like to change? And so fix a goal to change it. And then build the habit of changing the idea. So how do you do that? Just just focus on that idea and reward the idea. I am happy, I'm grateful, I get to be with my kids. I don't have to put so many hours into it. You see, sometimes we put a lot of hours because we're afraid that things are not going to work out the way we want. We're very controlling. But that controlling is part of our self-image. You see, when you're working for a company or you're an entrepreneur, you're dealing with so many different self-images that believe what's right and what's wrong, what they need or what they don't need. So the important thing is to understand who you are and what do you want to achieve in your life, and then work on your self-image so you can get it. Working hard, it won't get you the BMW. It might get you the BMW, but you're gonna ruin so many things because you're gonna put so many hours just to get the money. It's not gonna be worth it. But if you change your self-image, you can get the car without doing hard work. There's going to be a work behind changing your self-image, but when that habit is built, the habit will deliver your product, will deliver your goal. And you don't even know why and how that happened. All right, guys. So thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll see you again with another tip. And the best for you. Have an amazing and a blessed day. Bye bye.